Hello?
Testing.
Testing. 1, 2, testing.
Mrs. Fossil.
Hey guys! No, how do I start it?
One of our favorite pieces to build is a dining table. You get so much bang for your buck. They seem intimidating, but they're actually one of our most basic builds.
And with Thanksgiving right around the corner, I have been itching for a new dining table. So I had Ash come over to help me build a 7-foot turns leg dining table. Wait till you see it finished. The first step in building this dining table is going to be building the frame that attaches to the legs. And I was just talking to Ash about what a great beginner project a dining table is, especially this one today.
They look intimidating, but they actually are one of the most basic builds as far as like our builds go.
It's like us, like we look intimidating, but we're pretty basic.
We're very basic. Rolling with the homies.
So, okay, so step one. So what we've done to save money, because as you all know, lumber prices are crazy right now, I designed everything but the legs with 2x6s.
Because 2x are not crazy prices right now. They are below COVID. They're
back to low
levels.
Yes.
So build with 2x right now.
Yes. Okay, so what I've done is for this frame, I've taken a 2x6 and I've cut it down to 4 inches wide each, or 4 inches, that would be wide, right? Mm-hmm. I've ripped it down to 4 inches wide, and y'all can grab the free plans. I talked through all of this, but I went ahead and did this to save Ash and I time, and now we're gonna be adding pocket holes. Let's go.
So I am drilling pocket holes in this end apron board. I'm gonna put 2 pocket holes on each end and 1 on one side so that they can go up into the dining table. And we get so many questions, what Craig jig model should I purchase? And there's 3 different actual pocket hole jigs. That's the 320, the 520, and the 720. This is the 720. And we love this one because it comes with the most features. It's got an onboard storage on the back, and my favorite feature is this clamp. You can switch from 1-inch stock to 2-inch stock without having to make any adjustments. It's so much faster. So if you have the budget for it, 720, and it's on sale right now for the biggest discount it's ever had. So I am drilling 1.5-inch pocket holes. I've got my depth collar set at 1.5-inch pocket holes, and that's all I had to do.
So Ash used the 720 Pro to show you the smaller aprons. I'm gonna show you the Craig Foreman, which I'll use for this longer apron, just to show you the difference. Now, this guy is definitely in a different price range, but it is such a time saver. It's amazing how many pocket holes you can get done in just a minute. So it is electric, and you just adjust it to whatever size wood you have, and then you just pull the lever.
Like butter.
Like butter. So there's my 2 pocket holes on that end, and now I'm gonna turn my board and get the rest. All right, apron done, and now we can start assembling this base.
All about that base,
We are now going to be attaching these giant beefy legs.
I love those.
I know,
so
to our
pretty.
frame. Aren't they pretty?
Yeah.
So I found the legs at Carolina Lead Company. I came across them actually on Amazon to begin with, and then reached out and said, let me build a table with those beautiful legs. So that's what we're doing. This guy is 5 inches on the base. I will link below to the exact leg we're using. They have lots of really pretty ones. And first we are going to mark 1/2 inch. Ash, if you want to grab my leg, you can.
Love a big old chunky leg.
Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm marking 1/2 inch, because that, don't get close on my nails, they're so bad.
Mine are too.
That is where we're going to be lining up our legs. So
1/2 inch.
I'm gonna add a little wood glue with my ugly nails.
Look at mine.
Well, at least mine has like chippy polish. It's like, I have better standards for myself, and I'm not holding to them. I just don't have them.
pretty pocket screws.
Yeah.
I did bring wood screws.
Did you have your coffee today?
We should do a yawn count on Ashley, because I've counted like 3, and actually the only reason I yawned is because I saw her yawn.
I'm sorry.
So.
When I'm cold, I yawn. I'm freezing.
So what we've done here to make attaching easier is we've used little dowels, or you could also do a shim or a scrap, but you could use any scrap of wood that's 1/2 inch thick to hold the apron up off the table to make attaching your first pocket holes easier. So there's our first one. And here's number 2. Number
Who does number 2 work?
All right, so we've got our first leg attached. Now I'm gonna let Ash attach our first smaller apron.
Of course you are.
Ashley.
Okay, so I'm using that same shim and I'm putting it on this side of the leg and I'm just making a mark so I know where to attach the apron piece. I'm going to attach it. Huh?
Flip it so the pocket holes go.
Yeah, so that is a great point. So I always mess up tables this way because I'm not paying attention to which direction my pocket holes are facing. If I attached it like this, we would not be able to attach it to the tabletop planks. So just make sure that your pocket holes are facing the right direction. And I need some wood glue. So I'm putting a little bit of wood glue on the bottom and I'm going to attach the same way Whitney did with 2.5-inch pocket hole screws. That was a great one. It must have been the operator. All right, so now we need to do the exact same thing to the other legs. We're gonna move this to the ground because there's just some pieces that are too big to work on a tabletop and we are really forcing this one. So
we also just almost dropped it. So that's the other reason we're moving it to the ground.
But it's because it's too big for the table. Like it's just easier to work on
the table is too big for the table. Okay.
Building a table on a table.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and attach our next leg. Same thing, marking 1/2 inch in, adding some wood glue, and get this guy attached. Okay, so our first long apron is attached to both of our legs. We can now add the second short apron, which Ashley just took away.
Well, I'm helping. Oh, Jeffrey, you want to get this dead cricket on it?
Ew, oh my gosh. Oh God, that's so gross.
Chirp, chirp.
I'm gonna throw up, ew.
He's dead already. We're building in the wild.
Here.
So this is why we say that the dining tables are so basic to build because you're literally building a rectangle frame with legs, no matter what the design is, and then planking a tabletop. So it's all very basic steps. It just looks intimidating because it's big and beautiful.
Also like
me.
us. We look intimidating because we're big and beautiful. Tell me when you're ready and I'm gonna clamp it.
I'm ready.
All right, so we've got the base built. Now we're gonna flip this over and build our top. And I like to use the base of the table as my workbench as I'm building the top. So, Ash, help me out to start.
Great job, Whitney. Job well done.
Oh, we never really talked about the support board, but I don't get to remember.
This is a support board, and we put it in the middle, and we attach it the same way as we attach the aprons and pocket holes facing up.
So now we are planking the tabletop, and these are also 2x6s, like we said earlier. These I've ripped down to 5 inches on my tabletop. Ash, if they don't know how to rip wood, where should they go? What should they do?
There's this website and YouTube channel called ShaneToTheChic.com, and we have a How We Rip Lumber on our YouTube channel.
So you can go check it out, and we give lots of great tips. And
We'll
tricks.
add a link in the description box if Whitney remembers.
If I remember.
If not, just
Y'all know that's the case too. So what I'm doing now is I'm gonna go ahead and use my Foreman again to add pocket holes. We have 8 planks, so I'm adding pocket holes on the ends of all those boards, and then on 7 of those 8, I'm also adding pocket holes down one end to plank them together.
Whitney's just so tiny.
When you're only 5'2", this is a really simple solution.
Okay, so I am planking the tabletop, and we get so many questions about how we plank our tabletops. People want to know, do you use a planer? Do you use a jointer? No, all we use is the table saw to rip down both sides to get the round edges off. That'll get rid of the crumb catchers. And we use these 6, I'm out of breath, I'm sorry. Okay. Okay, we use these face clamps by Craig Jig. These are, I think they're under $40 on Amazon. We'll add a link to these, but these are amazing. They are self-adjusting, and we put them right above each pocket hole, and it'll keep it nice and smooth, and that's all we do. No extra tools, great for budget. All right, so I am just moving the clamp down the board as I go. And we've got a nice smooth joint between the board. So only like 75 left to go. Okay, planks are done. Time for breadboards, what?
Yes, so for the breadboards, these are also 2x6 boards, and I went ahead, ripped them down to 5 inches, and we'll put it in place, and we're gonna use our pencil, put it in place, and we're gonna mark exactly where we want these cuts. And why do we do that, Ash?
You want to do that because if you cut your breadboards ahead of time, you can't get an exact fit, we know from experience. So always measure and cut your breadboards after you plank your top.
So I'm headed to the saw. I've got it marked. And Ash, you want to go ahead and mark the next one while I'm doing this?
Yes.
Let's put her to work. She's standing over there. Now we will go get it attached.
Okay, last pocket hole is done. This is a beast.
I know, I love it so much. Let's get it flipped over. See what it looks like anyway.
Oh my gosh.
Don't hurt your fingers.
So pretty. Okay, I love that you went more narrow with the top.
Yeah, I think it'll look great in that room, and it gives me more room for chairs too. So I'm gonna get this thing stained and painted. I haven't quite figured out exactly how I wanna finish it just yet. And then I'm gonna get it set up for Thanksgiving.
That's the perfect table for Thanksgiving.
All right, well, thanks for helping me build it.
You're welcome. I think you might want to like highlight the legs with your finish somehow.
That's what I was thinking. I kind of wanted to paint the base and then stain the top.
All right, guys, make sure that you subscribe to our channel so you don't miss another video.
All right. Okay, so, all right, here we go. All right. Hey guys. No, how do I start it?
Hey, bleh. All right.
I was ready for a new dining table.
I don't know what to say.
Shine bright like a diamond. As I have added pocket holes to all of our planks, Ashley's planking. Nobody thinks we're funny except for us. Okay.
It's like my shoulders.
Okay. Hold on. So at this point,
I was recording. That's all I care about.
that just made the blooper reel.
Yes.